All right, hello and welcome to another session of FitEssentials. I'm Shauna. I'll be taking you through class today. Here's our disclaimer before we get started. You're about to engage in intense physical activity. Proceed with caution. Do not attempt to perform any movement or activity that exceeds your current physical capabilities. Participants with injuries, high blood pressure, chronic health conditions, recent chest pain, or that have any other conditions that may limit your ability to participate in this activity should consult their physician or healthcare provider before proceeding. All right, let's go ahead and come to your feet or to a seated position, whichever feels best for you. We're going to start with a little bit of breathing.
Is it just me, Shauna?
Yeah, for now.
I was going to say, did everybody else come at 9?
We had a group at 9, and then we had some people that can't be here for this one. So I was going to record it anyway, so I'm happy to have you here.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Okay. All right, hands in front of the chest. We're going to breathe in, stretch tall. Inhale as you reach up to overhead. Exhale, drop the arms down to your sides. Good job. We're going to go 2 cycles of this. Breathe and stretch. Lift up out of your shoulders, up out of your hips. Exhale, relax. Good job. Once more. Breathe in, stretch tall. And exhale, relax. Shoulder blades pull back. Everything nice and tall. Good job. Go ahead and walk the feet in a little bit. And now we're going to roll the shoulders up and back and down. Now just waking up. Get those shoulder blades moving along the rib cage, up and back and down. Fantastic. All right, if you're standing, step your 1 foot forward. Let's go your right foot forward, so you'll mirror me, left foot back. We're gonna go hands on the hips, just shift the hips forward, shift the hips back, forward and back. Try to fire the glute of that back leg as you push the hip forward. Just get a little bit of an opening here. A couple times there, forward and back. Good job. And then bring your hands up, your left hand to your right shoulder. Pull that elbow down and across, and now you're going to shift the hips and rotate towards your front leg. Back, shift and rotate, peering over that shoulder. That's the way. Couple more. And down and relax. We're going to switch legs, same thing other side. So you'll go your left forward, right back, starting with the hands on the hips, shift forward, shift back. Good. Forward and back. It's tall in the spine here. Again, just kind of looking to gently open the front of that hip. And then when you're ready, your right hand to your left shoulder, pull that arm down and in, and now you're going to rotate towards the front leg. And check in with your front foot, that heel's firmly planted. Rotate through and relax. Fantastic. Arms down to the sides. We're going to move here into a few step jacks or jump jacks. So we're going to mostly just step here, stepping your foot out to the side, reaching the arms up to overhead. Nice. And you can do this version of a jump jack where the feet come back to the center, or you can step to one side and side step back. Side step back. Good. There you go. Little different coordination. A couple more. Fantastic. Feet about hip width apart, hands on the hips. Now we're going to circle those hips around, waking everything up, forward and back, like you're trying to trace the dial of a clock. And when you're ready, shift sides, change directions, same thing other way. Very good. From here, we're going to walk the feet in so the toes are pointing straight ahead. Chin towards your chest. Engage your midline. And now we're going to just gently rounding forward, waking up the spine. Make sure you still have some bend in the knees, holding the weight through the legs and midsection. Reaching down, breathe into the back, And then when you're ready, tuck the hips under, gradually come back up to the top. Fantastic. Shoulders back. Looking straight ahead. We're going to do that once more. Chin towards the chest. And you just want to pay attention here. Where do your hands fall? Can you get below the knees? Can you get to mid-shin? You get to about ankle height. If it's tough to get down towards your ankles, you want to note that for when we're working on your deadlifts. All right, you won't want to go all the way down to the floor because typically you'll lose that back posture. And then when you're ready, bring yourself back to the top. Very good. Well done. And then we're going to make your way to the doorway or a wall. We're going to open up the chest because our first movements here have a hinge pattern with a deadlift, and then we're using the overhead positions as well. So stand right next to the wall or a door frame. Hand right about shoulder height. You're going to walk the hand up the wall. If you're at a door frame, just step forward. If you're against a wall, walk the hands back behind. And you'll feel it where you start to get a stretch in the chest, hang out there, and then rotate away from the wall or door frame. Peer over that shoulder. A couple breaths here. And go ahead and walk it back to start, all the way back down, and then turn around, same thing, other side. Hand about shoulder height, walk it up, and walk it back. Good job, and then turn away. You can step that inside leg forward, meaning the leg closest to the side you're stretching. Couple nice deep breaths. And then back to center, shaking it out. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get ready for our first piece. We're going to utilize some weights. So you can take a dumbbell, okay? You can hold it right by, like in the vertical position, and it's a sumo deadlift. So you're going to walk your feet nice and wide, feet outside the hips. You want to engage the core, slight bend of the legs. We're going to be hinging over, bringing the weight down between the legs. If it's a tall enough weight and you want to tap the ground, that's great. Or hinge over, stand tall, and switch your hands at the top. Over, up, switch either at the top, or if you're going all the way to the floor, that's when you would switch on the floor. Okay? So just based upon your flexibility of the back of the legs. When you finish that, you're going to walk the feet in. You can either take a seat or stay standing. We're going to curl into the arm and press to overhead. We're going to be going 30 seconds on each side with about 10 seconds rest in between sides. Any questions before we begin? All right. Place the feet, stand tall through the spine, hips over, and 2, 1, here we go. Push the legs, fire the glutes. Hinge over. Again, either change hands on the floor or up at the hips, whatever feels best. Very good. As you send the hips back, also bend to the knees, push the knees wide. Heels are planted and the toes grip down. Bow forward and stand. Good job. One more, 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Feel free if you'd like to stay standing. I'm going to demo this next part from a chair. Take a nice light weight. You're going to have, if you're in the chair, you're going to sit at the edge, arm extended, and here we go. You're going to curl the arm to the shoulder, and then you're going to push high to overhead. Elbow forward, extend, curl, and press. Good. Up and down, nice and controlled. There you go, good. And oftentimes we're really focused on that shoulder blade pulling down the rib cage. When we push overhead, that's the only time that we're now trying to elevate up into the ear. Forward, down, let's get one more here, up, and press. Fantastic. All right, go ahead and switch arms, same thing other side. So we're holding that elbow in towards the side during this curl. Curl in, push high. Good. And I tend to rotate that. So I'm palm towards my chest at the shoulder. As I push to overhead, I rotate so the palm faces away. And then you rotate back in. So palm in, palm away. Nice. Elbow forward on the way down just helps keep everything in and tight. Curl and press. There it is. Forward and down. Let's get about one more. Curl and press. Forward and down. Fantastic. That's set one. Take about 30 seconds. A little bit more if you need it. Grab a little bit, drink of water, and then we'll go back to those deadlifts. We're gonna do a total of 3 of these. All right, place the feet. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hinging over. Use that upper body to keep the weight close to your center of gravity. So don't let it swing out away. Use your lats, those big muscles along the torso, to hold it in close. Yeah. There you go. Over, down. Stand strong. Fire those glutes. And 2, 1, and rotate. Good job. Curl and press next. Pick the arm to start on. 2, 1, and curl in. Push smooth to overhead. Nice. Up and press. Good job. That's the way. Good job. As you push overhead, think ribs down. Even though you're using your upper body, you still want to engage the midsection and even the lower body. That's your foundation. And 2, 1. Go ahead and switch arms. Same thing other side. And whenever you're ready, curl her in. Push high. Remember to rotate through the hand, palm towards you, and then palm away in that overhead position. Nice. Halfway through. That's the way. Good. Push high. Fantastic. Let's get one more rep here. This will be the end of set 2 already. In and push, down and relax. Fantastic. Let's take about 40 seconds before we get into that last round. Kind of shake out the body. Keep yourself hydrated. Temperatures are cooling off everywhere around the globe. So we want to, well, I guess not everywhere. Everywhere in the Americas. Summertime's happening in New Zealand, Australia. All right, 10 seconds. Set those feet nice and wide. Tall through the spine. You're engaging the core the whole time. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Push the hips back, send the knees out. As you stand tall, fire the glutes. So squeeze your glutes. Those are your butt cheeks. Nice job. Good job. Long spine. Tall torso. Couple more here. And 2, 1. Rest and rotate. Nice job. Last time for our curl and press. Two, 1. Here we go. Curl it in. Push high. Remember to rotate through the palm. Elevate through the shoulder. Very good. Elbow stays in close as you extend the elbow and then as you curl it in. Nice work. Moving well. That's the way. In and up and drive. Fantastic. Switching arms. 2, 1, and here we go. In and up, elbow forward and down. Great. And sometimes I'll just use the hand on the torso here, just kind of bring a little bit more awareness that I'm not arching the back. Curl, push, down. Fantastic. Let's get one more. In and up, in, down. Beautiful. All right, go ahead. If you're not seated with me, go ahead and take a seat. We're going to do a couple stretches until we move into the next piece. All right, so seated in the chair, we're going to try to grab onto the one leg, pull the knee towards the same side shoulder, and we're going to just roll the ankle around. There you go. Good. Let's go 5 times one way, and then we'll reverse it 5 times the other. Good job. And then see if you can kind of pull this leg across. If you can cross the foot over the opposite leg, now you can use that leg to help pull across as well. And we're just saying hello to the glute here. Still keep yourself tall through the spine. And you can just start to rotate slightly, looking over that shoulder. Nice deep breaths. And relax. Same thing other way. Other side. Starting with the knee towards the same side shoulder for the ankle rolls. And reverse. Very good. And then bring it across the body, hook the foot, and gently use that leg to pull it across. Saying hello to the glutes. Sit tall, peer over the shoulder there. Breathe. And relax. Great job. Now we're going to go foot up on the thigh as well as you can. We're going to go into a figure 4 stretch. Open the hip a little bit more. Nice. Sit tall. Just gently bow forward. Good time to just relax the eyes, close. We're going to hold for another 15 seconds here. Connect to your breath. Good, and relax. Pull the knee up and in. Same thing other side. Pull the foot up. Sit tall, bow forward. Good work. And then just notice if you have one side that's noticeably more stiff than the other, I encourage you to do some of these stretches on your own. And when you're doing them on your own, if you know that one side tends to be more tense, stretch that side first. Then stretch your other side and then come back and do one extra stretch on the side that's a little bit more stiff than your other side. And that will just help kind of even out the two sides. Good, and relax there. Well done. Next, if you have a band, we're going to be doing some tricep extensions. You can use a band for this where I just put it under one foot. I'm going to hold it behind the shoulders and then I'm going to extend straight up and in. Okay, if you don't have a band, you can also hold a light dumbbell. Okay, if it's hard for this overhead position, you can come into a kneeling position where you support on your bench, elbow in here, and extending back. Okay, we're going to be doing 2 rounds of this, and it's intermixed with some balance work. We're going to be doing a tandem stance for the balance work. So you're going to start tall. And we're going to stand like as if we're on a tightrope. So one foot directly in front of the other. And we're going to be working on our balance for 30 seconds. And then that's when we'll switch to the tricep extensions. And then we switch sides. Same thing on the other side. We're going to do it for 2 cycles. Laura, are you going to use a dumbbell or a band? Okay, dumbbell. Perfect. I'm going to show the dumbbell extension on the first round, and then I'll show the band overhead on set 2, just to get some different areas. All right, let's go ahead and come to your feet. We're going to balance first. So it's like you're walking on a tightrope. We're going to step the left foot in front to start, and the right foot comes directly behind. If you're a little bit off balance, stand near something where you can counterbalance. Stand up tall, 2, 1, here we go. Shoulders stacked over the hips. Breathe. Arms out to the side. Good focus. It's one of those exercises. It doesn't feel like a big deal when you first get into it, and then you start to feel your body working that balance, kind of readjusting through the posture. If it feels easy, you can always close the eyes, but I'm a little bit off center just with the eyes open. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. So left foot was forward. Now we're going to go to that left arm tricep extension. So if you're using the dumbbell, you can do it seated or standing. We'll come up to overhead. I like to use the other hand to support, bend at the elbow, and then extend straight up. Bend and extend. Good job. Nice smooth breathing. Good job. That's halfway. And just use the time as a guide here. You don't want to go to failure on these. Just working the tricep. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. That finishes out the left side. Now we're back to our feet for tandem stance on the right. So now the right foot goes in front, left foot comes behind. Stack those shoulders right over the hips, and here we go. Whoop. Breathing. That's 10 seconds. Very good. Keep pulling yourself tall. That's 20 seconds, 10 to go. It's good practice too. Just kind of feel yourself gripping the toes down, feel your ankles readjusting, and rest. Good job. Back to either seated or standing, tricep extension on the right side. So sit tall or stand tall, reaching up to overhead, bend at the elbow, and here we go. Extend straight up and down. Nice. Moving well. There you go. And just keep checking in with your posture. Don't let yourself start to sink forward. So stay tall. Couple more here. 2, 1, and rest. Very good. We'll take 30 seconds in between rounds. We're just going to do one more cycle of that. Go ahead and grab a quick drink. And then we'll be back to tandem stance on the left. Fantastic. All right, make your way back into position. Left foot in front, right foot behind, like you're on that tightrope. Pull up through your core. And here we go, looking straight ahead. Breathe. That's 10 seconds. And just notice your self-talk here. Sometimes when we're doing, especially what feels like it should be simple, if it's a little bit challenging, it's easy to be critical of ourselves. So just do the best you can. That's 20 seconds. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Back to the triceps, left arm. You can stick with that dumbbell. I'm going to demo with the band this round, so you can stand on it with one foot. Comes up behind. Still like to support with the hand, and here we go. Extend up and bend through. Nice. Ribs down. Midsection engaged. 10 more seconds. Down and up. Tone in the arms, building that strength in the upper body. And rest. Great job. Last balance work. Tandem stance on the right. Good job. Place that right foot right in front of the left. Stack the shoulders over the hips. 2, 1. Here we go. Great job. Jumped in early. You can always go a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. Well done. 10 seconds in. Feel the body correcting, practicing that counterbalance. Good job. 5 seconds left. Grip the toes, lifting up. 2, 1, and transition. Good job. Last set of tricep extensions. We're on the right arm. So taking the band behind for using that band, reaching up, support, bend, and extend whenever you're ready. Great job. That's the way. 10 seconds left. Down and up. 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. All right. One more drink of water. We'll do a couple stretches for the upper body. Warm up a couple movements, and then we just have 8 minutes of a little bit of some circuit work left. All right, we did that doorway stretch, pec stretch. Now we can use the band, or if you can grab your hands behind you, interlace the hands, extend out those elbows. If you can't quite interlace the hands, use your band here, or you can use a scarf, towel. Now here's where we don't want to arch. So ribs down, lift up, pull back. Either stay here, or if you want to add a forward fold, you'll walk your feet outside the hips. You want to bend into those knees so that your heels stay planted, and then you can bow forward. Reach the arms up to overhead. Just make sure you feel strong in your midsection, no strain on the back here. Breathe into the back of the rib cage. And then when you're ready, push into your legs, pull yourself back upright. Fantastic. Shake that out. Stagger stance. You can either repeat that one that we did here in the beginning where you rotate towards the front, or if you're able to grab the foot, we're going to stretch out that quad next. So if you can grab the foot, there you go. Fantastic. Lift up out of that support leg. We're going to hold about 20 seconds here, pulling the heel towards the glute. This is one that often gets tight on us. We sit a lot these days, especially with so much of our world online. So our hip flexors get tight, our quads lose their length, and then it causes tension in the knees, sometimes the hip flexors and low back. Go ahead and relax. Same thing, other side. Find good base of support. When you're ready, grab the foot, pull it up. There you go. Good job. We're going to hold upwards of 20 seconds. If you need to come out of it sooner, just shake it out. Good. Another 10. And 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. All right. Go ahead and see if you can kind of walk up to a counter or grab onto a chair. We're going to warm up some squats. So we're going to place the feet about hip width apart, slight toe out. Hanging on, you're just going to send the hips back, push your knees out, come down as far as you're confident. Very good. And you're going to push through your feet. Keep the heels planted, come back up. We'll do about 2 to 3 of these. So just at your own tempo, sinking down so you can get a little bit farther. And this is oftentimes when our joints can really talk to us. So you don't want to go into anywhere of pain. If it feels like it's a little bit stiff and wakening up, that's one thing. If it's like really grabbing onto you, that's a whole other. Very good. Okay. So we have 4 different exercises And I'm just going to kind of walk us through. We're going to be working for 8 minutes total. So I encourage you to move through on the first one. We're going to be doing a plank row from an elevated position. You'll walk your feet back about hip width apart. Either hold the plank while I'm doing this, or if you're confident, pull one elbow up. You're going to be doing 6 on each side, what we call our plank rows. Then you'll walk it in. So that was 12. Then we're going to do 12 on each side of our step jacks or jump jacks if you prefer. Okay, from there we go to our squats. So you can squat without a chair, sinking down, standing tall, or you can like squat to a bench or chair, sitting back, push through your feet and stand. Down and up. If you want to add a little extra bonus, you can make it a thruster where you do your squat, either to the chair, not stand, and push to overhead. If you're just getting started with these workouts or a little bit tired today, I don't recommend the overhead press. Just stick with the squat. And then our last exercise, you can hold weights if you'd like, or just march without a weight. We're going to be going 12 on each leg. The reps are always recommendations. You can rest anytime you need, adjust the reps as you'd like. Totally up to you. Questions before we begin? All right. We're going to start on the plank row. So feel free to follow me. I'll do the best to count, or you can move faster or slower on your own. 2, 1, here we go. Walk your feet back, midline strong, elbow up and in. Or just hold smooth. We're going to be going 6 on each side. And just watch your support arms. So make sure the elbow's not locked. Nice wide handprint. Staying as square as you can through your torso as you rotate side to side here. Good job. After about 6 on each side, walk your feet in. Make your way up to standing. And then we're going to be doing our step jacks. Good. About 24 total, about 12 steps each leg. Nice. Again, you can do the side step or in place, stepping side to side, whatever feels best. Very good. Once you finish those, we're going to move into our squats. So feet about hip width apart, slight toe out. You can go unassisted or squat down to a chair. Sinking back, control, and stand. Good job. Back and up. Upwards of 12 here. But again, feel free to adjust. You don't have to do all 12. Just look to move with control. Fire those glutes to stand. Nice. And looking to control down. Very good. A few more. We're going into our march next. If you want to hold some weight while you march, you can grab some weights or just stay tall. Shoulders back. Here we go. If you don't have any weights, you can alternate the arms. There it is. About 12 on each leg, folks, to keep the hips square. As you lift the knee, lift the foot and toes. And you can either stay stationary or you're welcome to move around your space, all depending upon what's available. Just watch that you don't trip over anything, especially if you've left any weights out on the floor. Fantastic. All right, after about 12 on each leg, we're going to make our way back to the start, coming into our plank position. So midline strong, place the hands. We're 3 minutes into our 8-minute circuit. So we'll get at least one more full round here and see how we're feeling. About 6 on each arm, midline strong. This is where it's easy to kind of arch the back. So keep the hips up. Shoulder blades back and down as you row. Pull them in towards the spine. Very good. After about 6 on each side, walking your feet in, making your way up to standing. And that's when we'll start our step jacks. Good job. Upwards of 24. That's the way. And if your arms need a break from overhead, you can do what we call our seal jacks. Nice. There you go. About 10 more. Squats are next. If you get there before me, feel free to start. Very good. You can hold weight or not. You're welcome to continue to squat to the chair or unassisted here, feet about hip width apart, tall chest. Here we go. Sending the hips back, knees push out. Upwards of 12. But if you want to do 6, if that's what feels good to your body, that's mighty fine. Doing the work, continue to move. Nice job. Controlling down, push through the heels as you still grip those toes down. Excellent. You're sweet, Riley. Very good. Maybe 1 or 2 more. And then taking it to the march next. Excellent. Woo, hello quads, burning a little bit. Chest tall, knees up. Nine, 10, 11, and 12. Fantastic. Last full round in the books. We've got just under 2 minutes to work. Whenever you're ready, we'll make it back into the plank position. Place the hands just underneath those shoulders. Walk your feet back. Remember, feet a little bit wider. Pull that belly button in as you keep those hips elevated. About 6 on each arm here. Great job. Let's get about 1 more each side. Step jacks or jump jacks next. Walking the feet in, making your way back up to standing. Very good, and here we go. Whenever you're ready, we're coming up on our final minute of work. Remember, we continue to go overhead or arms out to the sides. Nice. Roughly 12 on each side. Good. Let's go about 10 more seconds, and then we'll finish with the squats. We have 30 seconds to go. All right, feel free if you want to go unassisted or to the chair. Place the feet about hip width apart, stand tall, and controlling back. Push the feet, engage the glutes. There you go, good. 20 seconds, just moving with control. Whether you're moving to a bench or unassisted, control down, stand tall. Back and up, awesome. Back and up. Very good. That's time, Laura. Let's just finish those marches. So we'll just do 1 more set of marches, and then we'll finish with a couple cool down stretches. Tall chest, and here we go. 12 on each side. Fantastic. Knees up, toes up. Yep. 8, 9. There you go, good. And 12 and 12. Awesome. All right, grab some water. Very nice. And if you haven't already beat me to it, go ahead and take a seat. We're gonna do a couple stretches from the seated position. So we're gonna sit on the edge of the chair, feet flat, about hip width apart. Engage the core, and like I said, you're just kind of coming to the edge here. Now we're gonna slide the hands down the legs, bowing forward. Just get a nice gentle stretch under the back. Drop the head between the arms, and it shouldn't be painful. Just some gentle stretches as you breathe in the back of the rib cage. And then when you're ready, walk yourself back up. Yeah, taking your time. And we're gonna roll those shoulders back and down a few times, up and back. Very good. And then seated twist. Sit tall, hand to the opposite thigh. This is where you want to kind of literally try to pull yourself around. And then we're going to go hand to the same side shoulder. Look over that shoulder, and we're going to make some backward circles. Just get that shoulder blade moving up and down as you stretch out that low back. Anywhere about 5 to 10 backward circles here. And relax, same thing other side. Sit tall, hand to the opposite thigh, rotate around, hand to that same side shoulder, and pivot around, backward circles. Fantastic. And then last one, we're just gonna do a side stretch here. Our side body is real important for our back as well. So you can support on the handle, hand on the hip, reach up, and just gonna lean your weight to one side. Try to peer up as well. Follow it with your gaze. And nice deep breaths here. Very good. And now we're gonna just kind of make these nice circular patterns. So kind of reach your hand to the opposite thigh, circle around, reach back. Let's get 3 like nice big circles. Feel how you kind of can stretch those different areas. Very good. After about 3, go in reverse directions. Now we'll take it back the other way, circle around, even follow your hand with your gaze, right? Where you're just kind of following it, looking at it, up at it, and back once more, and then we'll switch sides. Good. Reach and stretch. Good job. Same thing other side. Hand on the hip or hand supporting on the chair, reaching up, stretching across, peer up, and breathe. As always, no pain here, just lengthening the body. And then when you're ready, we'll make our nice big circular patterns. Sweep down towards the legs, reaching towards the opposite. Follow with your gaze. 3 times each way. Down and around. Up and back. Good job. And even if for no specific reason, just kind of bring your lips, smile on your face. Smiling, our brain doesn't know if we have something exciting going on that we're smiling for, but just turning your lips upwards helps release some of those hormones that help us to feel happier, more lighthearted. And that releases a whole cascade of home hormones that helps our body heal and relax. So last one, I dream a genie arms, up and across. And let's a little bit more twisting here. Turn to one side, back to center, and turn to the other side. Really important to do whatever we can to bring some joy into our life. Election day tomorrow, lots of different feelings out there. So do the best you can to keep yourself grounded and find some enjoyment in life. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Stay hydrated and hope to see you next time.